Welcome to the United Show, and United have won 4-1 at Old Trafford. It was a nice win, a nice victory. Ended up being that way. Obviously, a little bit ropey at times when they got the 1-1 back. But look, it was lovely to get back to winning ways after such a bad result at the weekend. Garth, good to see you again. And what did you make of that game?
Half time didn't think we were walking over 4-1 comprehensive victory, mate. We looked good for the first 15. I thought we were going at that point. I thought we were going to win 4-0 or something. If you know what I mean, nice free flowing football, but just allowed Betis to peg us back, and they got their just rewards with that goal. I think you know what I mean. I'm not having this handball either.
I'm not even.
No, it's a goal. If it was 1-1, I might be questioning it, but no. Second half, mate. Played some expensive football. I thought real nice link up play, 1-2s around the park. Everyone seemed to be working. Everyone seemed to be even Fred and McTominay were getting their 1-2s out when McTominay came on. So they're really happy with that second half, mate. Especially after the weekend, we needed a result, and can't ask for more than a 4-1 in Europe.
Well, the good thing is Bruno was playing a lot better again. He's back in the middle. And everyone was doing their thing. Casemiro's back to his best, playing quick balls forward and making things happen quickly and shutting down stuff. And I like that. His distribution is very nice. His one-touch stuff. Sometimes he gets it obviously off, but who isn't going to get a pass off target, And the goal came from him and his first, a misplaced pass. It started from there. But look, overall, he had a monster game as well. So, look, I'm happy that we came back, and we've now basically put it in our hands to go to Betis without having to really worry too much about the second leg. So I'll be buzzing from that.
Yeah. No, with a 3-goal lead, we can't be worried about going to Betis now. 1 or 2 goals, I might, because it's like I kept saying in the commentary, their stadium is a cauldron, but like 60,000 strong. We'll have about 2,000 fans out there. 4-1. That's a comfortable You're not expecting to lose 3-0. I know we just got beat by Liverpool 7-0, but that's a one-off. You're not expecting that. So you'd hope that we go there now, get a 1-0 win if we don't steamroll them, and easily walk into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's a blip anyway. So look, we've got past it. And the good thing is, Ten Hag, he's going to put the exact same starting 11 out and say, listen, go put that right. Go put it right now. I'm playing all of you guys. You're all going to make sure you make my selection, you prove me right. Curlis comes out, he says, even in shades of Liverpool game in the first 45, too much space given away, but second half we mauled them. Should have been 8, to be honest. Yeah, we were doing bits second half, to be fair. We were popping the ball around a lot more than I expected. Nice win. Facebook user says, nice win then, mate. Up the gas, is it? Up the gas, is he a Bristol Rovers supporter? One of my Bristol Rovers people, maybe. But it was just lovely. And the other thing is it's just the goals that we scored. And the thing is, Weghorst was playing okay, and then it was one of them ones where I was like, yeah, but you need a goal, mate. You can't have this amount of chances and not score. And then he gets a goal from the rebound. So I was happy for him that he's got his goal, because look, if anyone deserves a goal for their work and endeavour, it's him. He did well there. And same with Anthony. I was getting a bit frustrated with him as well, with the way he plays and just the way he. I was saying in the group, wasn't I, earlier in the game? I was like, he keeps trying to beat his man, but he just keeps failing, and it's like, I'm not sure he's ever going to be able to do that. But if he can continue doing that one-trick pony stuff, I don't care. Cut his side, keep getting the shot off. The thing is, obviously, I think Betis probably don't know that that's his game. If you get, he wasn't even showing him on the outside.
No, wasn't that left back? Wasn't the geezer he done his Brazilian teammate? That's what they're saying in commentary. He plays for him with Brazil, so should have known better. Just quickly on Curler's point as well about it should have been 8. This is the point I was going to make. I'll get into it probably when we talk about players, but in a year's time, if Ten Hag works his magic with this bunch of players, even if we sign no one more, and their decision making just goes up 1 or 2 notches, this team's unstoppable. It really is. If their decision making, just even Rashford, Rashford needs to learn that he isn't Mbappe. He ain't taking 2 players on. It never works for. He ain't that guy, you know what I mean? Like, but Bruno, even with his passes, again, Anthony, if he'd crossed it across instead of that chip shot that he tried, except if we get that decision making up, one notch, you are talking 8 goals, like Curtis said. You know what I mean? Like, 100%.
Anthony, when he went on the left, was really good. So as soon as he went on the left, he put a ball in for Weghorst and he nearly scores. So it's like, it's got, maybe he will be more of a provider if he's on the left, and then more of a player who you think he's got to come in and shoot on if he's on the right. So depending on the game, we might see him more left and right. And like I said, Wan-Bissaka, I need him to start, mate. I've been saying that from the last 2 games now. He's better than Dalot for me. He was when he first came and we all had him in front, and he is now. I think Dalot was playing, and while we was like, a lot of people were hating on Wan-Bissaka while we did go through that patch of playing so bad, we just bunched him in. I swear we bunched him in with everybody, just saying he's no good anymore and he needs to get out. But look, the guy's better, man. He just is. For me, he just is. I don't know what you think, but he definitely.
Even at his worst, we always said the same thing, which is his defending is second to none, pretty much. It's top notch. He just needs to get his forward game a little bit better, and he really has this season. He's getting forward, he's moving, playing 1-2s, getting to the byline. It won't be noticed because we're on 4-1, but there was one point where he made a lovely little cutback into the exact spot in the penalty area where a striker should be standing. You know what I mean? He didn't look, so he didn't, but it was perfect. There is,
and he pulled it back in it.
Yeah. You're gobbling him up, Nath. You know what I mean? But 100%. AWB is our number 1 right back going forward. I like Dalot a lot, but Wan-Bissaka is better, and that's all there is to it. He's better.
100%. Curler says Anthony and Sancho on the right, and then we can switch if need be. That's what I mean. I want to see that starting. Obviously, it means Weghorst would have to come out, but at the moment, Weghorst is doing okay. If he can get a goal, but it's a different thing, isn't it? Look, if he start off with the Weghorst situation, and then if the game's not going his way, you can always switch it up and put Sancho in. And then if they start doing well, keep with that team. So I'm happy that we've got options. And you know what? You know what else I'm happy about? Seeing what I saw from Palestri today. Oh my goodness me. How did he get past that man and then get past him again and cut in and then play the ball? I was like, wow, that was ball. That was good. Because if he lost the ball there, you imagine that would have been a counter attack that no one would ever get back from as well. So it was lovely to see 4-1, 4 goals at Old Trafford. United are starting to score a lot of goals every game, by the way. So I'm liking this. Even though it feels like we're still not firing on all cylinders, we're still getting 2, 3, 4 goals, like 2 and 3 quite often. And this game 4. So look, may it continue because we need this kind of run to go throughout the rest of the season. Because look, we've got Betis second leg. I expect us to come through this now. And then we've got who next? That's the quarterfinals next. So can we get a nice draw next to the next one? Can we? I think we can.
Seriously, no. If you look at the teams in it, mate, Arsenal, they're the only team I would fear. They're literally the only team I'd fear. Like Sporting are a good team. I know that. Leverkusen, I think they're still in it. These are good teams. Betis are a good team. Yeah. But the way we're playing, we should get past anyone that's left in this apart from Arsenal. And even then, in a big game, I'd always put money on Man United to beat Arsenal. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But it'd be a tough game, but look, it'd be that would be worthy of a final, though. I want that to be 100%. A final. Yeah, that has to be a final.
No, let's not come out in the quarterfinals, Nate. Let's just get rid of them, and then it's plain sailing.
And they go, we won it now.
Yeah. We beat Arsenal in the quarterfinals. We end up losing the final or something in the final. You know what I mean? So,
we don't need that. For a team with no real striker, we ain't goal shy, are we? Exactly. No. Exactly. We're doing well. We're doing well with what we have, and Ten Hag is got to be called the magician now because that's like 99% of the time he's just totally right with everything he does. Even at halftime, I didn't think this would actually happen. I was saying, listen, Wan-Bissaka for me, I need him playing. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing him on the sideline coming on. I was like, wow, this guy is listening to me. He's got my phone bugged. But yeah.
And that's not even because of a yellow card or anything. That was just a tactical substitution. Yeah. So fair play to him. Fair play to him.
So, coming on to it, though, let's get to the player ratings because obviously the game went pretty well. We won 4-1. And let's start with the big man in goal. David De Gea, as you know how it works, you say yours, I'll put mine on the screen, and we're usually pretty much the same. So how many can we get to be the same? I'm sure we're always going to be within one, but
it's
we're
always within one,
exactly the same with a lot of these. So let's see what you got today, Garth. See if you can copy me today.
Yeah, listen, De Gea, nothing much happened. Letting a goal, couple of bad passes is a 6 for me for De Gea. Not much going on. Going that low, fair enough. No, that is fair. I thought I was being a bit harsh there, Nath. I thought I was being a bit harsh, but go on.
You know why? I'm going to say, you know what? His passing was no good, man. The ball came to him. He gave the ball to them once earlier on in the game. And then that time, he's just looking at the play and gave them the ball again. I thought, what are you doing? Like, we can't depend on you or with your feet. We just can't. That just brought his results down for me. You can't be doing that. It was poor. No, but look, we've just got a few of these. Juve are a dark horse, Curler says.
I forgot about Juve. Yeah, Juve are in it still. Yeah,
John Raphael, new face. Make sure you like and subscribe, mate. Hi, we are back again. Come on, United. I'm sure I haven't seen John Raphael's name. Maybe I have.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, I'm sure we've seen.
Okay, mate. I need to get that stuck in there, mate. Sorry. Did you see Eric Ten Hag in the 90th minute moaning about something? Guy has real standards like Fergie did. Listen, I mean, he knows what he's on about. He's attention to detail like mad. But yeah, I gave him a 5. I can't give him any more because of those mistakes. He made too many of them.
It's fair. Yeah,
for me to not give him less than a 5. So yeah, gets a 5 from me. But we'll get this next one right. Dello, what are you giving?
To be fair, I was going to say about Curtis with Eric Ten Hag as well. Like 100% he's going to be like that because we should have scored another 2 or 3 goals in the last 5 minutes. Like you're saying, it's probably got him fuming just thinking about how this could have been a 6-1 done and done. You know what I mean? Like it's done, but 3 goals is still only 3 goals, whereas 5, 6. You know,
I know what you mean. We need 1 goal to wrap it up anyway.
Yeah, 1 goal, mate. If we score out there, it's done. Yeah. Dallo, poor first half. To be fair, the more I think about it, he got taken off for a reason. Is a 6-2 I'm going to go 6 for him, but it might be.
I gave him a 6. I gave 6. I even put the redness on it, but yeah, he got a 6 as well.
No, because it was one of them games, Nate, for him. Like he didn't really do anything wrong, but he just wasn't great.
This is what I mean.
Wasn't at the office.
Yeah, I'm sure he was the one who played the ball up to De Gea's chest with everybody running him down, and that's where he nearly gave the ball away. The first one, I'm sure that was him. And the thing is that what it is with him is this is the thing. He looks like he should have so much more going forward, yet he never seems to actually produce that much more. If you get what I mean, like when you look at Trent, we all say, yeah, he's got this going forward. He puts balls in for fun and he finds people. You go, wow, what a ball that was. But it's like once every 10 games, I'm saying that about Delo when he should be doing that once every game, at least once a game. Trent's doing that 3-4 times a game. We need Delo to do that, especially the way he looks as if he can do it. And so it's like he's got the same output as Wan-Bissaka when we call him Wan-Bissaka not that good going forward. So listen. That's why Wan-Bissaka gets ahead of him for me. But yeah, he got a 6 today. He got a 6. I want to see more competence at right back, and I think he's just got that little bit less than he was showing in the beginning of the season. So yeah. Varane.
Another just general Varane game, isn't it? Like, and I mean that in both. It's general Varane and general Varane is in leading the back because it's a 7. It is what he does. He does what he does. It is. The way he brings the ball out of the back as well, Nate. Like there aren't that many defenders that are that confident to do. Like Harry Maguire does it, but you never actually think he's going to do it with it. Varane's got it, and like he can play 1-2s, link up balls, quick passes. He's just a classy Rolls Royce centre back, and we're lucky to have him. So yeah, 7.
Yeah, left foot, right foot, always making the right decisions, always actually anticipating the danger as well, and mopping up behind people with that mad run that he's got, and he keeps doing the job. Like, so look, he just never makes stupid mistakes. Well, not never, but you know what I mean. But it's not often you see him making a silly mistake, and I gave him a 7 as well. Love it. Martinez.
Yeah, so exactly the same again. Is another general great performance from him. His passing ability is top notch again for a centre back. His battling, his will to win every ball is superb. It's another 7 for him. Nothing spectacular for him, but yeah, another great game.
Yeah. Just they do what they do, don't they? They did what they do, and again, he's under pressure. He just keeps the ball. His touch is always impeccable, and he just finds his way out of trouble and never plays it when it's dangerous. and always just like, right, there's a little space in there. I can find it. I'm finding it. And that's what I love about him, man. And that's why I think that it's like he's a proper specialist at the centre back. Like he knows how to do everything. And that's why I'm giving him a 7. Like he just fills me with confidence when he's playing at the back. Fills me with massive confidence. I love him. Absolutely love him. 7 out of 10. Let's go with Casemiro.
So we're not missing the left back.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry.
It's another 7 as well for Luke Shaw, man.
Yeah,
same as Martinez.
That's why his image didn't even do download for me today, but he got 7.
7, yeah. It's the same as Martinez. It's the same as Varane. This boy, he's top notch, and he's calm, and he's slowly. He's one of them players now that's doing a job that you don't realise how good it is until he's gone.
Yeah.
Like if we didn't have Malacia, we'd be in real trouble because he's a solid backup. But yeah, you don't realise the pressure he takes off our midfield by just taking that ball out a little bit, just bringing it up the pitch just a little bit, just bringing it into the middle third to allow our midfield players to push on and push their defence back. It's great player.
Yeah, he's top, mate. He's top. He's done a great job. And he gets a 7 from me as well. As you could see, I did give him the 7, but his face didn't come up for some dumb reason. So yeah, downloading ain't working today, mate. But yeah, he done well. Casemiro.
It's another 7 as well, Casemiro. It's another great game. Like people are starting. One thing Casemiro ain't great at, and this is from playing in Spain, and I'm not disrespecting Spain. It's just a slower paced game out there. He does get done a little bit. If he takes the ball, he doesn't realise who's behind him, and they come in. That's the tiny only flaw he's got in his game. It really is. People say he gives the ball away. No, he tries passes. He's centre midfielder. He's like you're saying, like you're going to lose the ball every so often. He's calm under pressure. It's some of his first time balls are a joke as well. We've needed it for so long. We say it every week. Obviously, it's the best thing since Carrick. But yeah, without him, we are a completely different team and a much weaker outfit.
And you know what? That's why I thought we was going to draw the game 1-1 is because I thought Casemiro's injured and I thought he's not going to play. And I thought, who's going to come in there and be the general in there? I thought Betis would probably overtake us and we would draw in the end. But obviously, when I saw the starting lineup and Casemiro was there and Varane was there as well, I thought Lindelof might have to come in because he was touch and go on Sunday. But look, they both played and I just knew straight away. As soon as I saw the side, it was exactly like that before. I was like, okay, we ain't drawing. We're winning this. And Casemiro gets a 7. He was close to an 8 for me because of all the passes that he did. Were the reason why we get into that next third with no players around them because they're inviting the pressure and it's the one-touch pass that beats two players, like ends up being in our third. And then we've got the extra space. And that's what the difference is. That's exactly what he does to this team. So yeah, let's go with Fred.
Another 7, to be fair. No, Fred did it's not the same 7. This is where we're only getting 1 is we do it. It's not the same 7 as Casemiro. It's a lower 7, but I can't give him a 6. He had another decent game of just like you used the greatest phrase of all time, ratting about, and that is what he does. He gets about the pit, makes himself a nuisance, gets his niggling all the time. To be fair, it must be pretty horrible having Fred as your opposite number in centre field with him just breathing down your neck all game. You know, I bet he's one of them players you can hear him coming. You can hear him coming from 10 metres, like just right chasing you down, bro. So yeah, that's 7. Solid game for him.
Yeah, the guy's got mad energy, man. Like for him, he just gets about everywhere. Like I'd hate to play against him because you know if you chase him down one end, he's going the other side, and and you go with him that, and then he's just coming back that way, and you're like, wait a minute, how have you got energy to get there, and there? How are you doing it? But yeah, that's what he's all about. Sheer work rate gets him his stats, his ratings. So yeah. He did well. He kept the ball well as well. He didn't give it away, and he didn't get caught on the ball. So look, when you do that, you rat around, win the ball, and don't get caught on it. That's your job, Fred. You did it well enough. So you're getting a 7. I was actually thinking I'm giving too many people 7s today, but too many are 7s today. Seriously.
To be fair, the first half though, mate, just because we scored 3 in the second half, you can't take away that first half. You know what I mean? And Fred, as much as I just gave him a 7, said he's another one of the players, specifically one of the players I'm talking about decision making. Not making the right pass at the right time, or when the pass he does try and make the right pass, he doesn't make the pass. He doesn't get through. You know, he's a decent player. He does a job for us very well. But yeah, if we had someone with his moving around the pitch, we just had a little bit more decision making, we'd scored more goals, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Well, Bruno Fernandes.
Got the goal. Again, was quiet in the first half. Put a really good shifting in the second half. So, is it an 8? I suppose it is an 8. If I'm giving out little 7s, it's an 8 for Bruno then. Yeah, but again, it's not a high. It's not. You going man of the match with him, are you?
I am. Yeah, I'm thinking he's man of the match. Yeah, for me. Yeah. I'm going reason why is because he's the reason why everyone's getting their chances. Casemiro fills the ball into him and he just puts people in for fun. Even the other chances where people didn't score. If you see the amount of times he's putting them in, Pellistri got put in, Anthony got put in multiple times, Rashford gets put in, the ball across the box for one of the chances for when Weghorst had the shot. He's just putting every ball in for everyone. He's the magician back there. And people don't realize if he doesn't score, they don't remember. But I'm looking at everything going, wow, that's Bruno again. Wow, that's Bruno again. Oh my gosh. And he's playing in the middle now, doing his thing. And no one can talk about him in this stupid captaincy talk. And, he wanted to come off nonsense. He didn't want to come off. And the guy, he's been moaning and, trying to get stuff off ref's foot for years. That's poor part of his game. We know that. But let's not kill him because we lost 7-0 and try to say he's not a captain anymore. Can't do captaincy now. All right, just listen. Everyone has little things wrong with them. And he is one that needs to stop doing that stupidness, but he's still a great player and he's still very effective for United. Simple. Keep him captain.
I found, to be fair, I thought Sunday, there's a lot of hate around Fernandes in the Man United fan base. I don't understand it, Nathan. I really don't get it, mate.
Weird.
And I think Sunday, because he acted up a little bit, which we all know he can, he has got that bad bit of petulance, but they all jumped on him straight away, and it was madness because he is, Fernandes, man, he may be a frustrating player, and his passing may not come off all the time, but when they do, like exactly said, he puts on plates for people. He puts it on plates. He's a great asset in this team, and I don't understand the hate. I really don't.
Exactly. So he got my man of match today. It wasn't like he stood out massively miles ahead of anyone, but he did. Let's go with Anthony then. Let's see what you got with Anthony.
Oh, this is a real tough one, and it scored a lovely goal that took the pressure off us. But apart from that, worked really hard, got into positions, but then missed. Didn't play the right ball. Didn't take tried to take on the man when he shouldn't. Didn't take on the man when he should. So it's a 7. I could easily I could easily give him a 6. If he didn't score, it would be a 6, 100%, man. Because it's a very frustrating game. But he got the 2-1 goal, so it's a 7, and it was a lovely finish. There's no two ways about it. But very frustrating game for him today. Very frustrating. There's two ways to look at it, Nate. You can either look at it as in a bad light, which is this is the best you're going to see from Anthony, or the light I'm going to take, which is he's getting into them positions now. He's trying to take on men more often. Hopefully, this is the start of him getting better and better. So. Yeah.
Well, I gave him a 7 as well, but for some reason his face didn't come up, so I'm just going to leave that back on there while I talk about him. For me, he scored that same one-trick pony goal that everyone calls it. But look, if you can't stop it, it's great to have in your side. Like I've said before, and I'm going to mention it again about this guy. He keeps trying to take on players. He keeps trying to prove that he can, but he can't. I know he can't now. And that's something that I'm going to say straight out. He cannot take on a man. But what he can do is pass and move with players, run in behind and get the ball played in behind for him to get his chances. He can cut inside if anyone decides they don't want to shut off the inside and try and do that whip. He will score 1 out of maybe 6 or 7 shots doing that whip. If he can get 3 or 4 chances per game and have 1 goal, I can see him possibly do it, having a real hot streak and scoring 1 goal every game from 3 or 4 of them type of chances, but not being the player we want to see. So when he doesn't score, he's just going to have a quiet-ass game, like nothing. It'll be like, come off. Time to come off. But then hopefully he will score often enough that he will be useful for us. Because if he doesn't, his performances won't be enough. And that's what I can see. I'm happy when he scores because that's what we want to see. We want to see a bit of balance, a bit of honesty from the other team having to make sure that they cut off that inside pass, cut off the pace down the line. But yeah, he is that player who needs someone to link with. He ain't a player that you want to get isolated to run at him. He just isn't.
No. So let me ask you this then, Nathan. He's on 7 goals all competitions already.
Yeah.
How many? And I know it's a bit of a hypothetical, but how many is a good season for you from him this season? Like at the end of the season, 12, 15? What are we saying?
Yeah, I think if he can get to 12, that's a very good season for him. Like I think that'd be very good. That'll be pretty much around about area where I think he'll get. He's on 7, 8.
There's only 5 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he might get 11 goals this season. Might get 11. If he can get 11, you know what? Even more to come to think of. Yeah, I think 11. I think he's capable of getting 11 this season. Anthony, get me 11 goals to prove that you're ready.
That's a decent first season. Obviously, we want to see 15, 20 the next year. But I think, it's what I was saying to Mike Birch, if he hits double figures this year for goals alone, I don't think there's a bad first season in a team that's in rebuild at all. He ain't the player we thought. There's no two ways about it. Yeah. You saw that at the moment Palestri come on. Yeah. You see that when Alanga comes on. Even Alanga takes it past players. You know what I mean? Anthony clearly isn't that ball. He just isn't that player. So hopefully he becomes a good goal scorer, because that 1-2 where he should have cut it across the box, that's a chance. What you're talking about, that's lovely movement. Yeah, lovely movement.
I was loving that, and even when he got the goal, I was like, cut inside and get the shot. Like, cut inside and take your shot. You know what you take. You know what you do. Bang! I was like, yes, what a goal! And just 2 minutes ago, I was obviously saying I'm upset because I'm not seeing him take players on. But look, if I'm gonna say something negative about him and he goes and bags, I'm happy. I'm happy as hell. So yeah, absolutely love the goal. But again, he's gonna be a good, the bad, and the ugly kind of player again. Like what we say about Fred, he's a good, the bad, and the ugly. I think Anthony's gonna have a bit of that same good, the bad, and the frustrating. I think he's gonna be. So yeah. But let's move on to Rashi. What are you giving Rashi?
To be fair, Rashi, quiet game as well. He scored a lovely goal. That first lovely goal, takes it to the side, powers it into the roof of the net. Yeah, that's a striker's goal, 100%. They're beautiful. But then again, quite a quiet game from him. A nice outlet, takes the ball, but he's trying too much now as well. And it's something about decision making. If he gets the ball and he's got 2 players in front of him, he's got to stop trying to jink through him all the time. He's got such a powerful hit on him. Just bomb it across the front of the box, man. Just give Weghorst a chance to put a toe on it, mate. But it's a 7. It's a 7 for me for
exactly
Rashi.
What I gave him. To be fair, I gave him a 7 as well. I don't know what's going on here, but
the ball don't like it. But it's a 7 game. Yeah, it's a 7 game. He scored a goal. And then
nearly all the players got 7s, to be fair. Nearly all my players got 7s, apart from pretty much Fernandes. And I was close to giving Casemiro a 7. So yeah, Rashi scored a great goal. And it was looking like he's obviously dangerous, but obviously didn't do as much as he would normally do. And if you get yourself a goal and then look like you're dangerous, that's enough to be a 7. And that's why Anthony gets a 7 as well, isn't it? So pretty much similar. Curtis says, until we have a full squad that's balanced, Sancho, Bruno, and Anthony will be a mixture in games at times. Yeah, but I think we do have quite a balanced team. I think it's just the central striker position, isn't it? That really, if he's a potent striker, what's going to be different about the Anthony and Sancho's game? I don't think much difference is going to happen now, apart from that striker's going to get more goals. I think our wingers right now should be able to create chances and score goals, no matter who's up there. Whether it's Rashford up there, Martial up there, or Weghorst up there, because they do their job well in terms of holding up the ball, laying it to people. Obviously, Rashford's more of a getting behind striker when he does play in there. But look, I don't think it's going to change their game too much. But look, we'll see. We'll see. I think we're close to that strong starting lineup. We just need a squad that can do the rest. In certain areas, anyway. But I don't understand why. We'll get into it. I don't understand why we're not playing centre from the start at the moment, anyway. But I would.
That's mad. I would. Yeah, 100%.
That was in my starting lineup. If you
was it? No, I missed it, mate. Yeah, no, I missed it. But
I had that in my starting lineup. I haven't even got it anymore. But yeah, I had him on the left, Rashford up front, and Anthony on the right. I thought that would be a good team to start with today. But look, he keeps working hard, keeps shutting down people. What are you giving Weghorst anyway? What are you giving him? That's the man of the hour right now.
Yeah, listen, I understand. Listen, I like underdogs as well. You know what I mean? I always want the underdogs to. I wanted Bebe to do well. I wanted Gemma to do well. I wanted David Bellion to do well. You know what I mean? I wanted Igalo to do well. But he's just not good enough, man. He done all right today. Yeah, he got his goal. Even that, like I said in the group, did you see that? Like that, he tried to miss that, mate. He tried his best to miss it from 3 yards out off the back of his boot. You know what I mean? He's just not good enough. He does. I'm getting bored of everyone saying he works hard. Yeah, he does, but it's a 7 because he scored. 7 because he scored.
Yeah, I gave him a 7.
Yeah, because he scored. You know. I don't even see that the work that everyone says he does isn't. You get any striker in there, and they're meant to be doing that. You know what I mean? So, and he can't finish to save it. Yeah, he can't finish to save his life, mate. So frustrating. But yeah, 7 today because he scored.
Yeah, I get you there. Because it's like, because we know what he's like, his limits are. We just go by, he's like running at this slow pace, but it's shutting down people all the time. And it's like, he works so hard, but then it's fine. But that's the same speed as Martial running at half pace. So, you know what I mean? But he does win a lot of chances. He does win a lot of balls. He is there ready to pick them up. And he did slide in Anthony for a chance, which he should have scored.
Yeah, should have finished. It was Anthony. He should have finished.
And that's what I mean. He slid people in. He's holding up the ball. End of the day, he's doing okay. And then when he gets this amount of chances to score, and then he gets the 1 rebound as the goal only, I would have liked to have seen him score something, like on the end of a nice bit of
a
play,
real goal.
A proper goal. No, he scored 2 goals now, and they're both rebounds from shots, and the keeper spilt it. But it's good. Let him get his goals from there.
But he should be doing that more as well. This is what I mean. Like, his game is so torn because he drops deep to play people in. He's never in the box for the actual tap-ins, which is where he should. Like, I understand what his job is.
He was offside. He was offside.
I understand what his job is, mate. I get it, but you're never going to score because you're not fast enough to get into the box if you're doing most of your work in between the second and final third of the pitch. So I've got nothing against him. Yeah,
he takes about 3 seconds to get his shot off as well. So even when it drops, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get my shot off. Oh, it's just getting blocked. Like, wait a minute, it's blocked. The guy was on the floor, he's got up and he's blocked it. While you're standing up.
He ain't slow either. It's like, is that though as well? It takes him like if he's running the full length of the pitch, by the end of the pitch, he's up to speed, mate. It's just his 10-yard pace. His 10-yard pace or 30-yard dash must be awful, bruv. Absolutely awful.
I didn't know you could get much more slower than Maguire, but I think he is slower than Maguire. But actually, he did turn Maguire last season for Burnley when we was playing him. So I don't know if he's actually.
That's not a badge of honour, Nath. I could turn Maguire, mate, and he's the most expensive defender in the world. So
Well, look, half time, Mr. Aaron Wan-Bissaka came on, so you got to give him a rating because he played 45 minutes.
Yeah. So he was my man of match, Nath. He was my man of match. It wasn't 8. Man of match on an 8. Yeah, because he's under a lot of pressure. He came on and he performed magnificently. Like when you think about it, he performed magnificently. So I'm giving him an 8 because he went above and beyond, and he is my man of the match today. I think he's the only one I've given above a 7 today. So 100%.
Love it.
He's getting better and better, and we waxed lyrical about him at the start. It's just he's getting stronger and stronger by each game, and he's becoming he's still only 24 as well. He's becoming the player that we thought he was going to be when we spent £45 million. And each game he gets stronger and stronger. His passing is getting much, much better. And his defensive work, I mean, there's one where they tried to play it out to the wing and he was out of position. He just stuck out one of those long ass legs, mate. It just took it out of the sky, mate. Wonderful man of match for me today. Yeah.
Okay, let's a few comments here. Battleship turns faster than Harry. John Raphael says Anthony must change his attitude. He is too personally. We need collective player. Yeah, he did. I think he. You know what? I would have tried to dink it there as well. You know, I think I would. Maybe I would. But if the players are right there, though, I might have to lay it to him.
This is what I'm saying. Like decision making, you might if you just scored a goal. And you had a 2-goal buffer, but with a 1-goal buffer, mate, like in a European game, that's the decision making I'm talking about. Listen, if he finishes that, then we're all loving it. You know what I mean? So it's 50. I wasn't too disappointed with him not passing that, to be fair.
Okay, well, Alex is agreeing with me, actually. She says, Bruno man of match. Just to remind you, Alex, I do have Bruno being man of match if I can find him. Where is he? There he is. Bruno. I gave him an 8. Man of match for sure. So well done, Alex. Great minds. But look, Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets a 7. And what about Sancho? What did you give Sancho?
Do you know what? I mean, we're now getting into the realms of 6s because he didn't have long enough on the pitch, but he done all right on the pitch, man. Like, again, looked good. He looks like he takes the ball and doesn't want to let it go. At one point, he had 3 Betis players around him in the box, and he's still got the pass out, man. So I want to see his form continue until we get to a stage where he's a week in, week out starter.
Yeah, I want to see him on the right, though, you know. I just want to see him playing back on the right. I feel like Rashford can be left. He's right. And then I don't know what we can do up front, though, anymore. I don't know. Because obviously, Weghorst is going to be up there. But I'd like to see Martial back. Surely he's training with the team now. He's been training on his own for like 2 weeks. Come on, Martial. Get yourself out there. Put your boots on. What's wrong with you?
I'd go with the front 3 of Rashford, Sancho, and Antony, and just have them rotating. Literally just... I would.
I would, because that's a great front 3. That's why I keep saying it. I haven't mentioned it just there, but I would actually like to see Antony in the middle side, like I said before, because I want to see him doing, like I said, more central, picking up balls where we can just get a shot off, or Jin can get a shot off, or pass to someone and get it back. I think he might have a bit of that in him. But again, look, we had Malacia, McTominay. I gave them all 6s, and then Palestri gets the 7 because of that run, mate. You know. Yeah. We should have got Choupo-Moting. You know what? He would have done a better job. He would have done a better job than Weghorst, I think. I think he's got more ability about him.
Goal scoring, yes, but would he have done more energy-wise, moving around the pitch?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I don't know, because I really don't know. I don't really know Choupo-Moting too much, so I can't really tell. But you know what?
He's got the best agent in the game. Best agent in the game, by none. Best agent.
I got something for you. I was listening to Rio and that on 5. Rio and Patrice Evra, and they were talking about 2 players, and it was funny what they said, because it reminded me so much of the conversation we had about Pogba. But it's not about Pogba. It's about, they were saying, who's better, Park Ji-sung or Nani? Yeah. And they were saying, oh my days, who would you have? Not who's better, who would you have in your team? Park Ji-sung. Park Ji-sung is sick. He's just got everything. But what did he say about him? What he said was, you know what? If you were to chisel out a top player with everything, it's Nani. He says he had everything, so much ability, so much everything, but Park Ji-sung was better because he always made the right decisions, always went to the right place, always done the right things at the right times. Had nowhere near the amount of ability of Nani, but I'd go with this guy. And it reminded me, just me telling you about this guy is so good, but has this much this, but he's not produced this. And I'm like, well, how comes no one was listening to it? Like the way I'm explaining it. But anyway, it was funny.
I still listen. I know what they say about Nani, but I don't agree with that. I remember Nani very well. He was one of my favorite youth players before we signed him. And when he was on fire, when he was top notch, but you just didn't see that enough, man. From him.
It was inconsistent. It was inconsistent. We know that's what we say. I think when I was growing up, I didn't even think of inconsistency. I just saw the great abilities he had, and then just always wanted to see it. And whenever I saw it, I was just like, "Oh, it's great, man! He's just up. He can do things like Cristiano. He can do so much."
Yeah. He had a to be fair, the one thing he had over Cristiano Ronaldo that was his power strike from outside, like the swerve and bend. Yeah. Like Ronaldo had a shot. But Nani could pick it up 40 yards out and absolutely top bins.
Left foot and right foot.
Left foot, Great player, just never did it enough for
he should have hit much higher heights with the ability he had. He should have hit much higher heights. But anyway, let's talk about
Park G.
I'm having Park G as well. They both did anyway. And they had Berber versus who they have? Berbatov versus Tevez.
I don't even know. That's too hard.
Berbatov's
the better player.
I think Tevez will go. And then it was Rooney, prime Rooney versus prime Cristiano.
What, prime Real Madrid Cristiano?
Prime Cristiano versus prime Rooney.
It's Ronaldo, man. It's
of
Ronaldo.
Course it is, because he's the best in the world, isn't he? So he's got to beat him, but Rooney was serious. So
Berbatov, mate, was one of the best players. Like his skill was second to none for a striker of his height and everything. His touch was a joke, mate.
Unbelievable. And guess who else they said? Scholes or Giggsy? It's like, no.
Scholes. I'm taking Skulls. That's coming from a
Yeah,
Welshman.
Rio took Scholes and Everett took Giggs because he was behind him. He goes,
Of
you
course,
were
he's
behind him.
Giggsy.
So you were playing with him, and I was behind Scholes, and he was playing with him. And he said all he used to do is mention the person's name when he passed it to him. And he was like, ping, 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 Giggsy, ping, Beckham, ping. I was like, oh my days, this guy was serious. He says the only player who never got the hairdryer treatment was Paul Scholes ever. Even when he got that red card, I think it was in Europe. He never even got. He goes. He just laughed.
He definitely did get it when he didn't turn up for the League Cup game, whenever it was. I don't remember. He refused to play, didn't he, in the early days?
I can't remember.
Yeah. He refused to. He got left out of the Liverpool game for I think it might have been against Oldham or someone. Refused to turn up for it, mate, and then got the hairdryer treatment there. But Scholes, best player apart from Zidane, centre midfielder, the best centre midfielder.
Yeah, he's serious, mate. He's serious. But look, the man of the hour again is Erik ten Hag. This guy continues to do the right things. What are you giving Erik ten Hag today? Because we've won 4-1.
Yeah, it's another one of ones where it's like, I don't give out 10s very much, but after getting smashed 7-0 by our arch rivals, this is a big game. You've won 4-1, your subs works again, it's a 9. It's a 9. 4-1 in Europe, mate.
8. I'm going 8, just a little bit. It's not, I could give him a 9.
He shouldn't have picked Dallo to start
with. He started with, no, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Look, we've conceded the 1 goal. If it was a clean sheet, and he made them changes again, and and did what he did. He's done everything right again. There's nothing wrong. He's brought on Pelestri. Pelestri's made a goal as well. He brought on Wan-Bissaka, who's gone and played that well. He's done what he needs to do, and he's taken off players, giving them their rest for the weekend. He's doing everything he needs to do, and it's unbelievable. Jamal Skull says Martial returning soon. That's goals back in the squad. Can't wait. Yeah, that'll be lovely if he gets in. If he gets to come back and play for the rest of the season, it'll be nice because we need that option, man. I think when you've got a 3-pronged attack with pace all over the place, it's lovely. I hope they stress test him to this time round, where he has to sprint down the line, sprint up, sprint back, sprint over there, sprint over there. Are you injured? Are you injured? Can you make it through 5 minutes on the pitch? If you can't make it through 5 minutes, get off. Go and get back to your fitness, whatever it is. Go get your rehab sorted, mate. Because
go and get that scar tissue cleaned out. Whatever it needs to be done, just get it back. Because exactly what I'm saying, we need him. You can hate Martial all you want. You can think that he's not a great player all you want, but we need him in this team right now. 100% need him. Because bottom line is, he does he does everything that Weghorst is doing right now, but just better. He holds up the ball better. He scores goals better. So
he does. He does. We know he does. His link-up plays better as well. Even though Weghorst does link up okay, I think the only thing that I would say that Weghorst would probably be better at is the fact that he tries to shut down whatever happens. He's running after everyone. I know it's at 5 miles an hour, but it's still shutting down everybody. So, he's done well today. Well done, Weghorst, getting your goal. Anthony, well done getting your goal. Bruno, great header from a corner, and Rashford smashes it top bins against Bravo. And that header, how Bravo didn't save it, I don't know, but I'm not complaining. 4-1 victory. Great to get back on the winning trail. We have Southampton next, don't we?
Yeah,
guys,
2 p.m. Sunday.
Yeah, 2 p.m. kickoff, yeah? Oh, my boy's game's at 2. I might have to cancel his game, I have to know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that one. But, man. I don't know.
So did I just break the bad news to you there, Nate? Get to watch it on the phone, mate. Like that. One eye on the phone, mate. One eye on the phone, one eye on his game, mate. To be fair, I don't even know it's on TV, Nate, to be fair, mate. I really don't. So I presume it's 2 p.m. Sunday.
It's not my TV.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah, we'll be watching it from the stadium anyway. So and we actually may have something special for you guys as well. We've got our own stat man coming on. I've got a stat man that I know. He's coming on to do. He's going to be at Old Trafford watching Man United versus Southampton because his job is actually to scout a certain player for a national team. He's been doing it for a long while with a very well-known manager. And let's see what happens anyway. He's going to be coming on and he's going to be giving us his analysis of Southampton and how they played and breaking it all down. So that'll be very interesting for people moving down the line. But Garth, thanks for coming on the show. It's been amazing.
Thanks as always, mate.
And thank you everyone for coming on and giving your comments. It's been great as well. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, hit that like today, hit that like right now. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you for the preview of Manchester United versus Southampton on Saturday. Peace out, people. See you later.